Larry,
Hey.
you know that video that Eric posted of us when we were kids?
Yeah. The one where we were walking to Sunburst and stuff.
We're going to Sunburst, the record store. Let's go.
Are you aware that it has over 300,000 views?
Wow. No, I didn't know it was that many. I've been tagged a number of times by a lot of my friends on social media about it, but I didn't. Man, 300,000?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. I have to be honest with you. I still have not actually gone back and watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's a little embarrassing for me, I guess, given what I do now. And
Larry and
Darrell.
here at my house.
there's nothing to be ashamed of. That was the greatest years of my life there, obviously.
You've constantly said that over the years.
Desmond, my 15-year-old, when he comes home from school and says, "Hey, people at school want to know, is this really you?" And so I tried to sit down and watch it with him, and oh my goodness, the cringe factor is, it's up there.
And I can't bite this because of my braces.
Whoa!
I can suck it though.
But I'm glad we did it. That was definitely, that was definitely our life, back then.
I've been going through the comments and people all want to know what happened to Larry.
Really? I wonder why they care.
Well, I mean, we're still friends after all these years.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. You were quite the salesman back then.
Well, I tried to. Was that the one where I was trying to hawk the Macabre interview tape?
Macabre Life at End. Yes, you can get this through the fan club for $5.
Yes, and
No.
remind me, did we actually even have a tape?
No. I
Yeah.
don't think we ever got around to doing it. I always liked the collector's items and stuff, so I had a lot of good ideas, and that's why we did Airband, because I had no actual talent when it comes to music. I always felt like I could be real successful as a musician if only I knew how to play an instrument or something. I felt like I'd have the marketing down pretty well for it, but the actual ability for anybody to care just wasn't there.
I think some musicians have made it with even less, so...
Well, I mean, that's certainly...
If only you had learned to half-ass play that bass.
Well, that's a great story, too, when Tommy pretty much decided I would be a bass player for the band that never really got off the ground, and I said, well, I don't know if I can learn how to play bass, and Tommy goes, oh, yeah, all you gotta do is strum the top string, and
It's just one
well, I
note.
guess for a lot of the music we listened to back then, that's probably pretty accurate, so.
Do you still have all your records?
Oh, yeah, I've got all of that stuff, man. I don't have a record player right now, but they're out in the garage, actually, in the in the little milk crates that I used to keep them in or whatever. I mean, I probably got, I don't know, 3 or 4 milk crates full of them. Got all of the Kiss albums, Motley Crue, and of course, bought the Iron Maiden albums just because of the covers. I think later on in life, I actually listened to them. And then, of course, being up at Sunburst during those every single day during the summer for those 2 or 3 years that we made that walk, at $2 a piece, I would, pretty much try anything that kind of, struck my interest or whatever. I kind of got into buying some of the harder to get vinyl, a little later on when I had had some disposable income to use on that, and
because you've got a Leather Records version of Too Fast for Love, don't you?
Yeah. I've got. I was going to say when we were growing up, the internet wasn't what it is now, and there was really no way to hear that music or get that music if you didn't have the record. I mean, there was no way to listen to it. And I just remember the Toast of the Town single being like almost just a fable. We'd always heard about it, never seen it, and of course, neither one of those songs made the cut on the Elektra version that we all had. And I remember biting the bullet. Oh, I don't know how long ago it was, probably 15 years ago or whatever, and actually laying down real money for one of those. I found it on eBay, and I think I paid, $500 or $600 for it. And then just when it showed up, it was just like, wow, this is really, like I've got this now. And then after I got that, I went and got the first pressing of the Leather Records version, and then, like I said, because I'm kind of a collector and a completionist on things, I ended up getting the second and third pressing of it as well, which had some minor differences. But yeah, I've got all of those. I've got all the Leather Records stuff.
Nice. Now, of course, back then we did actually hear Toast of the Town, but not the Motley Crue version.
That's right. I bought it was Pretty Boy Floyd.
Pretty Boy Floyd, and I still have mine, and I was shocked that when I did that video going through my record collection, like, people were like, yeah, I know Pretty Boy Floyd. Pretty Boy Floyd. Does anyone remember them?
I think they ended up with a couple of decent songs. The only reason I bought that album was because Toast of the Town was on there, and and I was like, I wonder if I didn't even know if that was the cover of the Motley Crue song when I bought it. I just knew it was the same title. So I took a chance on it.
Yeah, how would we have known? You couldn't look it up on the internet. So you just saw the title and was like, hey, I wonder.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's not a photo cover. It's like an illustration, almost kind of like Kiss Destroyer. Not as good of artwork.
Yeah.
But, with I think the band kind of in artwork on it. And it was a cool cover. It fit, the look of what we were into or what I was into at the time. And I just remember looking at the track listing and seeing it. And then, nobody had told me, hey, they covered Motley Crue. And then, so I got it and listened to it. And then I do remember reading some old interviews with Nikki Sixx and maybe other members of Motley Crue where there was some reference to the lyrics of that song. And and I remember going, well, yeah, I think that is it. I think that's it. And then I read an interview in probably Metalhead or one of those with, one of the Pretty Boy Floyd band members, and they were, saying how they were, really big Motley Crue fans and all of that stuff, and that they were happy to cover it. So that was that. And then it was years and years later before I actually heard the original version.
Oh, another comment. You look like a young Nigel Tufnell.
Hey, it's just a show.
A young who?
Yeah, I was wondering if you would recognize that. Nigel Tufnell is Christopher Guest's character in This Is Spinal Tap. Yeah, he's the one who says, it goes up to 11.
These go to 11.
Ah, yes. I remember the line, of course.
You do Zoom calls, don't you?
Yeah. We've had to do that a lot with, since the courts shut down.
Okay. Well, maybe Eric and I will bring you on and we can talk about old times.
Yeah, let's do it. It'll be fun.
Yeah.